Don't reply. But I will 100. Hi.
Now, before this video gets started, I want to say one thing. A lot of my friends came to me after I shot my first YouTube video, and they were like, "Look at you in this red robe. Like, what are you doing?" And all I want to say is, if Jada Pinkett Smith can have her red table talk, I can have my red robe. Hello, gays and girls. So, today I'm telling y'all about how I damn near missed my flight home from Montreal. So, this past December, I and my college group of friends, we traveled to Montreal. You know, it was beautiful. It was amazing. We had so much fun. But when it was time for us to go home, I decided that I wasn't going to drive back because, you know, Boston's a major city and I can just catch a plane from the Trudeau Airport to Boston International Airport. You know, it was nothing big. And plus, driving down from Montreal to Massachusetts, not happening. So I booked a flight home, and my flight was at like 8:40 a.m. And so the night beforehand, we had stayed up all night in my room for whatever reason. It was like they were all crammed onto my bed. Like, I'm sitting here. They all know I have a flight to go home tomorrow. They don't give a fuck. Look, the girls didn't care. They didn't care at all. They didn't care about me. So I'm sitting there. I'm like, you know, it's time for me to go to bed. I have a flight to catch. I have to be up at like 7 a.m. to pack my stuff up. I asked my roommate if I could use his phone so I can schedule an Uber to take me to the airport. That was my first mistake, right? So, black people, we have this thing called POC time, which is where we just run late for whatever reason. It happens. I don't know what to call it. Like, God, it just happens. So I scheduled my Uber too late. Unknowingly, okay, mind you, this was also my first time ever flying home alone. So it was just me by myself, and I didn't know what to do. So I was like, okay, I'll arrive to the airport like kind of an hour early. Like, so my Uber gets to the house at like 7 a.m. I get in the car. I didn't even check the Google Maps times out to see like how far away the airport was. I was like, oh, you know, we're in Montreal. The airport can't be that far away. And then also at 7 a.m. on a Monday. Oh my God, I forgot it was Monday morning. Yeah, Kenneth, you were an idiot booking this flight. God. It's raining outside. We're driving into the city. I'm sitting there with my headphones on in the back of the car. I'm like, what's taking so long? You know, let's hurry up. Let's get there. My flight's leaving at 8:40. I don't want to be late. Da, 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 da. So, this is when it all gets bad. So, I arrive at the airport, and I get dropped off in the countrywide airport, like this, like the domestic flights. That's what it is. I get dropped off in the domestic flights. So bad. I didn't know I was in the domestic side of the airport. So like I go to Air Canada on that side, and I'm like, hey, I'm here to check in. Da, 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 da. They're like, oh, your check-in is all the way on the opposite side of the airport. So by now it's like 7:40ish. Like I'm like, oh shoot, I gotta book it. So I'm running all the way across the airport to essentially catch my flight. I'm like, I have an hour left. Like I'm good. I'm fine. You know, black delusion. I'm running out of time. It's time for me to go. So we pull up to the gate and I check in, and the lady looks at me and she's like, we already finished boarding your flight. And the gay panic just set in. I was like, wait, no, like, I just got here. Like, you know, the gay victim jumped out. I was like, you know, I have my handbag. It's just 2 carry-ons. Like, I can get on this airplane perfectly fine. Please just let me on, please. Like, I just need to get home. Girl, I don't know what the fuck I was doing. I it was a mess. But so she was like, okay, I'm gonna make a call. You know, we'll see if we'll get you onto the airplane still. So she picks she picks the phone up. She's like, yeah, this guy, no check, like no check luggage, just like 2 carry-ons. Yeah. Okay, so you have to run. So I didn't even say any words. I grabbed my shit off the desk and I zipped past her. I was like, okay, I don't know what else I have to do. Like, let's go. So then we get to custom / border control / the TSA, everything. I don't know what Canada's TSA is. Whatever Canada's TSA is. So we pull up there and, you know, I'm not gonna say it. You know what? I'm not gonna threaten my political career. I'm just gonna be quiet. Regardless, my bag got flagged. Both of them. Both of my bags got flagged. It was actually a funny story, right? Because I'm sitting there and the guy has my backpack and he's like, sir, do you have a knife in your bag? And I'm looking at him and I'm like, why would my gay black ass have a knife in my backpack? What am I doing? And then he whips it out and it's a butter knife. Sir. So I'm looking at him like, he's like, we're confiscating this. I'm like, go ahead. Okay. So then he grabs my duffel bag and he's like, is there a bottle of water in here? And I'm like, no, it's probably my contact solution. And he takes my contact solution out, scans it, and he's like, you're clear. Puts my bags off to the side. At the same exact time that my bags get cleared, right, they're like, oh, hey, you know, you got randomly selected for... Hi, I'm editing right now, and I never realized that, I never said that this title wasn't clickbait, so... Well, our like stop and search thingy, and we're gonna just stand here and get like scanned by this machine thingy. And I'm looking at them and I'm like, I have never left my country before. I am black, 19, and a male. Okay. You may think I'm boo-boo, but I know. So then the thing scans me. They're like, okay, you're clear. I'm like, thank you. I go. So the almost hardest part of everything is done. I'm done. Like, I arrived to customs and the guy looks at me and he's like, hey, why are you going to Boston? And I look at him and I'm like, I live there. He looks at my passport and he's like, okay, you're clear to go. So I'm walking through it. I'm thinking I'm good. I'm dandy. Everything's fine. So I'm taking my slight little stroll through the airport now. Like, I done passed everything. I'm good. I'm on my home stretch. And then over the speakers in Spanish, they start saying, Atención, Kenneth Buffer, I'm like, huh? Why they got this in Spanish? I took up down the airport. I'm like, where's Air Canada? I have to go home. I'm still not missing this. It's like 8:20 something. I'm thinking I'm good because, you know, the flight's supposed to leave at 8:40 and it's like 8:24. I'm like, I'm fine. I'm good. I'm dandy. There's no need to be in a rush. It's whatever. I pull up and they were like, you just made it. We were actually packing up to hop on a flight right now. And I'm like, oh. I'm glad to see you all. It's phenomenal. I'm happy that you're all alive and here and well. Let's go. So then we get on the airplane and imagine my black ass getting on this airplane and it's just a sea of angry white people just looking at me, right? And so they also moved my seats to the front of the plane and they put my luggage and stuff in first class, and I almost asked to go sit in first class because I was like, you know, if my stuff's there, I should be too. So I get on the plane and everyone's looking at me and I'm like, you know, you can all stay mad, but I'm here, and that's that. So I decided that I'm gonna start doing like musical suggestions at the end of my at the end of my videos, because you know I have superior taste in music, and it's just gonna show. So first things first. While I have all of your attention, please go watch When They See Us. I haven't gotten around to finishing it yet, because I've cried so many times. It's like every 5 minutes I had to just take a break to just sob. Like, it was just so sad. Like, the injustice, the privilege, the stupidity, it like, as someone who wants to do law one day, it hurt. Like, it was really just like, wow. The justice system they didn't care about these kids. They did not care about these kids. But on top of that, I think that because this is my first time doing this, I'm gonna just link in one of my favorite songs of now/ever, probably. It's called All to Me. Oh wait, I'm gonna put this one right here. It's called All to Me by Shoshana Bean. It is choir mixed with pop, mixed with like folk. It's like this nice combination of like a lot of instruments, a lot of like pop themes with like some nice, like, beautiful vocals. I can't describe it any longer. I think you should go listen to it because I said so. And that's that.
But that's not bad BDSM. I've seen fucking BDSM where like the guy
this
wears
is
like
mild.
No,
This
the
is
hooks.
mild.
Yeah,
That
the
is
hooks.
mild.
The hooks. The anal, those like hooks.
no. I've seen ones where